All right, now that the specification was built, let's move on to the technical plan. For this, so let's close all the files, and again for this we'll just start a new chat session, and for this we'll use the slash plan custom prompt. So slash. All right. Wait, hang on. I was a little premature. Let me see slash plan. And for this, the plan is talking about the technical underpinnings of the application. So it's a bit about how the application should do versus the earlier part was about what it needs to do. Now we're going to talk about how it needs to go about accomplishing its functionality. So for this, I've written some technical things. So we'll type this in and copy and paste it here. And so let's just look at this. All right. So the plan is for a static single web page with an interface to a Python backend, and that the web page buttons invoke the backend logic via REST API calls. All operations occur in the Python backend. The front end is only a simple HTML page served by Flask. PyTest is the testing framework. All dependencies are managed by pip and listed in requirements.txt. We're going to do Python 3.12. The primary libraries are Flask for the backend, requests for the API tools. We don't need any local storage. Testing is done with PyTest. The target platform for this is Mac OS. The project type is a simple user web app with a Python backend that runs locally, and there are no performance goals beyond just a reasonable responsiveness of a local app. All right. So with that, we'll let GPT-5 build the plan for this project. Okay, to do that, it needs to run a script. So it's asking for permission to run it in the terminal, which I'll say allow. Fast forwarding video. You'll notice here that it's saying it's opening up the spec and the constitution to analyze what requirements, both functional and technical requirements, there might be. And now it's talking about what kind of research it's done and what some of the design decisions that were made. So here we're saying it's going to be a Flask-based backend with a static HTML, and that it uses plain CSS for styling and logic. The rationale is because it was part of the user requirement. Yeah, so this looks, it had considered some alternatives, but it rejected it. Like for example, they considered Fast API, but it rejected it because of the minimal requirements needed by this project. All right. So again, these seem like they all make sense to me. That we're going to test first, local first. Okay. All right. It's looks like it's coming along. So besides the research document, here's the plan. All right. And a quick start guide. All right. So it's providing some documentation of if when we run it, we have the ability to, some instructions on how to run it. It's also created an API spec for this application using the Open API standard. All right. And these look reasonable for now. Okay. All right. So let's see. This is what the agent said it did. All right. All right. First of all, we'll just keep everything it generated because at first blush it looked reasonable. And now it says I can run the task command to generate tasks. implement the app. All right, so we don't want to start the implementation yet. We just want to have it create the set of tasks that needs to do, that it believes needs to be done, and then review it for completeness. Okay, so for this, we'll just say we'll have it run. We'll just have it do this. So I'll just copy and paste that, and say run the task command to generate the task and create the concrete task list. All right. All right. We'll let it do its thing now. Fast forwarding video. All right. So it says it created the task MD. So let's take a look at that. All right. So this is PyTest, total small tasks. Okay. All right. Requirements file. Implement minimal Flask app, implement the echo endpoint, implement the calculation logic. Okay. Implement the JS front end to call back end. All right. All right. So this looks like it created the task plan. All right. So let's say we'll keep that. All right. Scaffold project. All right. So let's just look at these documents again. These look reasonable. This looks reasonable. Let's see, were there any acceptance criteria gates? All right. So phase one, complete. All right. Looks like it complete phase two. All right. We need to have it update the phase status in Plan MD. All right. So update phase status in Plan MD and gate status. Let's see, as appropriate. All right. Fast forwarding video. All right, it looks like, all right, so it's updated the task planning part for plan, and that the gate statuses have been updated. Okay, so this looks reasonable. All right. So we'll keep all the changes. All right, so it says I can, all right, I don't want to do any of this. What I want to do is the next phase of spec-kit and have it generate the detailed task description. So what we'll do is, right, so we'll just again ask it. We'll just use the voice interface to get commit the latest changes. So let me activate the voice interface. Commit the latest changes. Fast forwarding video. Okay, it's asking to run a terminal command, and so it's figuring out what changes needed to occur, and from that it now is generating the git add and commit commands. Looks like my GPG commit thing timed out, so I need to enter my passphrase to do a verified commit. All right, that looks good. All right, so it looks like we've finished the plan portion of the spec-kit process.